I'm at home now. Got back from Dallas and it's in process this everything going on. I had my CT scan today for my chest. Everything's just bad. I don't really know what to say. I was feeling big in my chest. I know it was turning my chest, but it's bad. It's everywhere in my chest. It's all over my lungs. It's spread everywhere. It's in my head. It's everywhere. There's no more chemo options because I went through 5 lines of chemo, and my numbers are coming back up. So there's literally no more options. My last option was my chemo drug testing I was on, which tanked my white blood, my red blood, and my blood counts are so low. I'm literally bruised all everywhere, and there's nothing else I can do. They're gonna try brain radiation, but that's not gonna help my chest. It's my lungs filled with cancer. I know I felt pain in my lungs, and I know I felt pain in my chest, and I told them, and I just had a CT scan a month ago, and things are spreading, and now got another CT scan. It's spread way worse. Like all my lung nodules are full of cancer, and my chest again. When I used to get my lungs drained, there's so much. And I don't even want to look at the results. I knew it was going to be bad. My doctor called me and told me, and they can't even give brain radiation until 2 weeks for the insurance to go through. Just, I don't know. It's bad. Probably one of the worst videos I made, crying on the camera, but I just feel so defeated. Like, I've been fighting this since 2017. I had a double mastectomy. I had chemo where I lost all my hair, and I went through surgery and a double mastectomy. And I thought I was done, I lived my life for almost 4 years. And then I had a baby, and it came back all through my chest. Just had a pain out of nowhere. I feel like they should have had me on pills to prevent this from happening in the first place. Now, I got diagnosed in October. We're in July, and I'm dying. I'm not ready to die. And then going through every chemo and everything. It's not fair. I have so much stress on me right now, like what to do with the kids and my house. I don't know, like anybody in this position. And besides everything going on with me, I have so much outside stress. I don't know if I wake up tomorrow and don't know. I have swelling in my brain. I have all these lesions in my brain. I have chest things going on, just pain. And they're just spreading like wildfire. In 1 month, it took a couple nodules to all my nodules. It's all through my chest. It's everywhere in my chest. My doctor called me right away. I feel bad because, like, these doctors, they can only do what they can do. I'm trying to do everything again. He said there might be one more chemo he could try to give me. It doesn't hurt, but it's just making me lose my hair and sent me 4 type of cancer. But he said he was willing to give it to me if after radiation. But I have to wait till next month until after brain radiation is done, because I'm having so much brain swelling. If I get the brain radiation, my brain is gonna swell to the point I can't talk or I can't communicate with my kids. I don't know what's going on. Like, people, I have 5 kids. I have a 1-year-old. Like, why is this happening? I don't understand. It's just not fair. I didn't ask him about that line. Because I know it's going to be bad. But like 3 to 6 months probably after that. But I'm not gonna ask him. I asked him back in October. When I think my lungs drained when I first found out about stage 4 cancer. Like, what's the timeline? He said 2 years. He said he's these patients for 2 years, but he's also hasn't seen it this aggressive. So 2 years dwindled down to 1 year. Now it's dwindled down to probably 36 months. And I'm gonna have 2 years with my kids. I wish I had 2 years. I really didn't even want to look at the results because I knew the results were going to be bad. I knew I could feel what's going on in my chest. The fact that they can't do anything about that but me just take pain pills is just horrible. Just gotta live on pain pills for my chest and then hope brain radiation to shrink some of the tumors in my brain, some lesions in my brain. I try, like, I try to stay positive and say, like, oh, maybe to shrink the tumors in my brain and then maybe my chest won't be so bad, but now look at the results. Of course, it's horrible. I don't know. It doesn't. I guess I could say at least it's not in my liver and all over the place. But being all throughout your lungs and all your nodules and your ribs and in your head now. It's not. I can have a seizure anytime. I can wake up and have a seizure, and just me and the kids. It's like out of control. I literally don't even know what to say. They just left my port in. They're just gonna leave my port in. And I gotta get it changed like every 2 weeks. Just because I'm having back-to-back scans and stuff, and just easier this way. The guy ripped it out and bruised me really bad. I was black and blue and bleeding, pouring blood down my. You know what he's doing, so they just decided to leave it in. I just have so much unfinished. Business. I wish I could, like, take all this back. I don't know. I feel depressed. I don't want to be for my kids. Like, just, I, how do you take this out? I always try to be a good person, a good mother. And it's like, none of this even matters. None of it. I don't know what God's plan is, and people are religious. Like, I don't understand what is going on. Seriously. Like, I try to stay hopeful and positive, and it's just ridiculous. I don't want my kids going through this. My mom died. My real mom died when I was 13. And I had so many unanswered questions. Like, she drank though, and she was, doing stuff, bad stuff. I never did. I have never drank. I don't do drugs or anything, and I always thought she had cancer because, but it's our genes. I have BRCA gene, and I didn't know that until I was 33 when I was diagnosed with cancer. And you never think about this stuff. And I just don't want it with my kids. Like, I want to raise them and see them graduate high school. Yeah, one's a graduation. One graduated. My other one, my 6-year-old, is. She was on her own straight A's. I just want to see her graduate. I know. Oh, I just wish so much I had more time. I'm glad my doctor's not. He's on the edge of giving up. You could tell, but he wants to continue trying. He said he's gonna try this new chemo next month. If I make it to next month. Um, and her too or something. It's not even 4 more type of cancer, but supposedly it's supposed to reach the brain lesions. I'm I'm kind of like, well, what about my chest? It's like everywhere in my chest. I feel it. I have pain. And I just had a CT scan last month, and like it's just wildfire in there. It's just going crazy. It grew a lot, like centimeters, in a month. God could just slow this down and give me more time. I don't know why. I want I'm not at peace with this decision at all. Like, it's just so horrible when people get diagnosed with cancer and you're so young and you have so much unaccomplished. And, like, your last days shouldn't be stressed, full of stress, and they are. Like, I'm stressed out. I gotta find out what I'm gonna do with my house, my kids, my everything. I have nothing planned yet because I didn't expect this to happen so fast. I don't know. Everyone's gonna ask me questions, and I don't really want to answer them. Me and my husband aren't doing good right now. We're not on good terms. So just leave it like that. So I gotta figure this all out for myself. Um, I'm sorry I don't have nothing positive to say. Just under events, and I'm always truthful about everything. So my blood work came back yesterday. I went to the hospital yesterday. I went to my doctor's office yesterday and got my blood drawn, and it's horrible. Labs are down still. Everything's down. So can't even do chemo or can't do anything until your blood's coming back up. Right, white blood, red blood counts is very, very low. That was already crappy news. And then today, I literally didn't want to go. After last Thursday, I found a brain MRI. I just didn't want to go to CT scan because I already know, because I could feel it in my chest. I didn't want to know anything going on my chest. But my doctor called me and was like, yeah, it's bad. And wow. Like, my mom died at 47. I'm only 38. I guess. The only thing I can say is there has to be a higher meaning to all this. There has to be. Like, I always ask God, why? Why me? Why, like, all these kids leave? I'm a good person. Oh, like, why would you give me a 1-year-old? He'll never know me. My 1-year-old. Share pictures, and people can show pictures, but I guess whatever's meant to happen is meant to happen in life. We all live. We all, like, born. And we all die. Not by choice. Some people die in car accidents. I could die, I guess, in a car accident and not go through it. That was trauma. And well, it was grief and everything. Like, I guess it could happen. Anybody can just be killed off by a car. I think of stupid stuff like that. Oh, but just stop there. I wish I took this more serious. I like ever since, even when I was diagnosed in October and I had to get my lungs drained, I felt like I was gonna live. Like, hmm, I'll beat it. I'm strong. I am still strong. Like this morning, I got up and did all my dishes, and I'm a strong person. But this is killing me. This I have no, I have no control over this. And I may be good today, and tomorrow I'm gonna have a seizure and die. Like seriously, like I could. I have swelling in my brain right now. I don't know. Just my afterthoughts. I'm depressed. I'm just hiding in my room while my kids downstairs. I don't care. I'm depressed. I don't know what to do. I don't want them to see me crying. I don't want them to see me upset. I think my 13-year-old knows what's going on. He knows I'm really sick. My 7-year old, he's 7 now. God, I can't remember his age. Has no idea. My 1-year-old, of course, has no idea. And this is just not fair to them. Forget me. I don't care about me. Just I keep thinking about the kids. And I haven't. I thankfully had a good foster family. You know who you are. And I was in a foster home from the time I was 2, and I had them. So when my real mom died, I had family. They don't. My kids don't have. They don't have a mom. They don't have anybody to turn to. And also help is that people reach out to my kids. And my my one just turned 19. I went to Texas Roadhouse. You probably see him on Facebook. With him this weekend. He turned 19, but he's still a little kid. Like he still needs mommy for everything. And my 6-year-old, she's just learning the world. And like, yeah, you always need your parents. And me, I'm the best guidance for them. So my two oldest father's not involved in their life at all, and my youngest one's I'm not going to get into it. It's my husband, and he's not a very responsible person. So I just want to make sure my kids are taken care of in the long run. And I got to start making plans because it never, like with social work asked me at the oncology office, and I would always put her off. And I think most of the time that's how I roll. Like, think about when I'm really, really sick, but I'm really, really sick right now. And I should think about it. And I should actually call up there and talk with her. So much. I don't know. I'm just really depressed. I didn't want the results of the scan, and I knew I had to face them. Pretty much nothing more that can be done. And zap the little things in my brain and until they grow back, which they will. I don't know. I don't know. I guess just gotta let it keep growing inside your chest. Keep letting the rest of your lung nodules. It's on my left and right side now, and my lungs, my lung nodules, my chest. I want to take care of all this stuff, but when you think about it, I just want it to be fast. I don't want to go through torture. I don't want to go through pain. I don't want to be living this long while it just keeps growing and growing. I just don't want to wake up. Like, anybody ever think about how you want to die? I just don't want to wake up one day, I guess. But I saw my mom go through cancer and end up in a hospital bed, like 50 pounds. She's just a bag of bones. And I have that memory from 13. So, I don't know. I hate that memory. And I wish I don't want my kids to see me like that. Because that was a horrible last memory of her. Anyways, somebody tell me some stories or something. Get me lifted out of this funk because I am like in a major depression right now. I don't know what to say or do or how to act, how to respond to this news. I just got this news like an hour ago and I can't deal with all this stress. I have so much stress right now. Nobody should be able to think about losing their life at 38 with 5 kids. I feel way too young. I didn't even make it to my 40s. Like, if I was born with this or something, I get it. And I would have never had kids and brought children into the world. But they're here, and I just want the best for them. The best for them. I want them to. The only thing that matters, I guess. If I had no kids, I would give up already. I would have given up. I would have said fuck chemo and everything because chemo drains you. Chemo radiation, when I have brain radiation, what it's gonna do is swell my brain more and make me so incoherent and just tired and sleep away to days, and it's gonna be over. So I feel pretty good now. I feel depressed, but I feel pretty good. Like, I can get up and I have energy and stuff. I'm pretty tired today, but before I get brain radiation, I gotta do stuff with my kids. I know. But I'm sad, and I don't know how to, like. Well, somebody tell me some good stories because I'm like really in a funk end to get out of this. Because laying around just doing nothing. Not doing anything for my kids who are downstairs, and not doing anything for me and my mental status. Everyone's like getting antidepressants, but I tried it before. It's not for me. I don't. I like can't smoke weed. People smoke weed to go over cancer. Touche to them, but that's for me. That's not for me. I never tried it. Never will. I don't want to be high. I don't want to be. I might take a pain pill right now because I'm in a lot of pain. I'm like I'm so. I don't want to take pain pills, but I feel like pain pills make me spread. I feel so guilty to just take pain pills all the time. Just. Anyways, I'm gonna jump off here because I can't even cry in here no more. Like, I just. The more I talk about, the more depressed I get, and the more sad I get for my kids' sake. So I'm gonna jump off here, but I just want to tell everybody, update everybody what's going on. Um, just sad. It doesn't. Looks like it's end of the line. They're literally have nothing else they can do but zap the brain tumors in my brain lesions in my brain, and hope for the best, and hope that he said I'm losing my hair. Who cares? He said if you try to do chemo, you lose your hair. I hope really, really. I'm trying to like not lose my life, but I am gonna lose my life. But the truth is, everyone wants to like sugarcoat this and act like it's not. The truth is, that's it. It is what it is. It's just I guess I just need to figure out what to do with my kids to make sure my kids will be okay, and I'm sure there will be. So, tell me some good stories, or tell me something that make me feel better. Give me some positive advice. You guys always on here give me positive advice. I do read all the comments. Might be months later, weeks later, but I read them. Well, not months, weeks. Weeks later, but I read them all, and it does lift me up. I love all the comments. That's why I keep coming back on here. They do lift me up. You guys might not think so, but it does. Everyone's comments and everyone's all this tape is itchy, very, very itchy me. Make sure it's all down. Um, it is very uplifting to me. it does give me hope and it does uplift me. So I do like reading them. So thank you, and thank you everybody for following and keeping up with my journey here. I don't know. I have nothing else to say, so I'll jump off of here and try to lift my moods up or something. I'm gonna watch a show and try to get out of this funk because I just read the results and I am terrified. I'm just, I don't even know. I knew it was gonna be bad because the pain is back, and I told my oncologist, and I don't even think he wants the results. You know, oncologists have so hard jobs. We don't give them enough credit. My oncologist even he gives me a hug all the time, and like he's really trying, but your body is the one in the long run that like makes the decisions on what's gonna happen. He can't help if a chemo drug is not gonna work. He can't help if it's gonna be resistant. I was gonna try. You know, all the chemo drugs are resistant to my body, and that's where we're at. Resistant means like it's not working, or your bloods won't come up, and if your blood work won't come up like fine, there's nothing. They can't give you chemo, so mine's resistant, and because I tried those pills, and obviously the pills aren't working. They tried me for 30 days, and it's not working. So I feel bad for him. At the end of the night, he has to go home with all this on him, and I can't imagine like oncologist or radiologist going home and having to deal with all this. You know, my radiologist is super sweet too, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna zap them, and as they come back, we'll keep zapping them." But he also, I forgot to tell you, he also said you could zap my lungs and make my lungs at least feel better, like the pain can go away, but it's not gonna take away lung nodules, and not gonna take lung nodules from growing. So I guess it's something to take away the pain. Well, pretty much nothing's gonna stop anything from growing. Everything's just gonna grow out of control, and that's how it works with cancer. So that's where I'm at. Okay, ugh. Let me just stop because I can't. Once it starts, I can't stop. This is the worst I've ever felt. Like I feel defeated right now. I am defeated, but at least I didn't give up. At least I didn't stop trying. At least I'm still getting my brain radiated. I'm still gonna try this chemo drug. Not giving up, and it's only for my kids. Even if it gives me 3 more months. Oh, if you take it, you can go outside. I tried everything. Okay. Let me get off of here and try to get out of this funk, and maybe if I get some sleep I'll feel better or something. I don't know. So yeah, uplifting thoughts and whatever you can do to try to get me out of this funk. Um and I will update you guys later, probably when I start radiation. I don't know. They said because like 2 weeks for insurance to go through. My insurance always pushes everything through. So I feel like in 2 weeks everything's just spread though more. I don't know. This is where I'm at right now. I'm just negative thoughts. I feel like it's just spreading and going like wildfire. In 1 month from a CT scan, it grew everywhere. This is not good. Um, I'll see. Whenever insurance, when I don't plan on jumping on here unless something happens to me or, um, uh, when insurance goes through, then I'll jump back on here and let you guys know when I start radiation and what's going on with that. But they did fit me for the mask. The mask, like I said, is just this. So they're just waiting on insurance to say, okay, go, green light. So I'll jump back on here when I know more. But thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys later.